Yo, Elliot! So we've got a question from one of our buddies who's in college, and he's preparing to take what he says are exams that his entire life depends on. And he's spending all his time, effort, energy in preparing for these life-threatening exams that his life depends on, which doesn't allow him the time, energy, ability to go to the gym and build a stronger body like he once was, and now he's depressed. What does he do? Now that my life depends on the results of these tests and I can't go to the gym. Well, the very first thing is, your life doesn't depend on shit except air, oxygen, right? You gotta fucking breathe, water, food, and the movement that you use, that your body is always producing, that you engage in order to be a human being. Movement is so critical to the function of all of your organ systems, your muscular system, your nervous system. You are enhanced in every single way possible through movement. Full ranges of motion, deep breathing, all associate with increased thinking ability, increased hormone production, increased performance in every area of your life. I've once heard that Aristotle would make his philosophy students. Now mind you, these are men of the mind. His students were not allowed to engage with him unless they were actively involved in physical exercise with the gymnastic coaches and whatnot. He understood that the nervous system, the entire nervous system, is engaged in your ability to think properly, right? We tend to think that all of our thinking ability is right here. It's all associated with what I can bring into my eyes and ears, and it all just kind of gets digested, assimilated, and utilized right here. When, in reality, this is just a small portion of your intelligence. It's a significant portion, but it's tiny. I've heard somewhere like 2 to 6% of your mind's ability is only held up here. Consider that you've got 3 parts of your brain. You've got the most superficial part, right? They call that the neocortex. The cortex, which is a more primal part that is associated with emotions, love, communication. A deeper primal, what they would call the reptilian brain, or the brain stem medulla, that drops down into an entire network of your brain. Notice, it's all continuous. It extends down into an entire network of your brain that innervates organs and tissue and all types of weird shit. Muscles, it's all down here. A significant portion of your intelligence, a greater portion of your intelligence, is not found in your ability to read and memorize and regurgitate. In fact, that's the most difficult way to learn, and it's the most ineffective and inefficient way to learn. Absolutely 100%. I've once heard also that if you go to a lot of like the really high-level Ivy League schools, maybe some of you guys can attest to this, and that the people who are studying to learn like the really deep, complex ideas of philosophy and physics would spend a lot of time just walking through the parks. They spend a good portion of their time, those students and those scientists and those philosophers spend a good portion of their time moving, just walking around, walking through parks, because they feed their conscious mind with a particular problem or an idea, and then they work it out in their body. For you to deny the necessity of movement in order to improve your scores on a test is ass backwards. You've got to move, you've got to breathe, you've got to move. There's no 2 ways about it. There's no way around it. You will do 10 times better on your test if you engage in at least 15 minutes a day. Minimum 15 minutes a day. You can afford 15 minutes of your day in purposeful movement. So you got to recognize that everything that we do has an intention. Why are you doing it? What are you trying to produce? What do you want? What are you willing to do? The type of movement associated with bringing intelligence into the body is very different than the movement that you would do to build up the muscular system. right? So you're used to going to the gym and expending energy in order to build tissue. That's what most of us do. That's what I do, right? We go and we use a significant portion of our life force energy, our will, to go to the gym and build up muscle. That is a draining, that is a taking away from you type exercise routine and program, which, if you're trying to become catabolic in order to build up bigger muscles, then that's fine, that's cool. But right now, that is definitely not top priority for you, right? It's being able to enhance my mind's ability to ingest, digest, utilize, assimilate information, ideas. Ideas are like food for the mind. And your test is going to be how well do you reproduce these ideas at the right time. So the exercise routines are going to look very different. I don't know if it went up today, earlier this week, or it's going to go up tomorrow, but I did a video recently on my daily charging and grounding stretching routine. You're going to want to do that. You're going to want to do that because it is movement, it is opening up ranges of motion, it's softening and relaxing the neurotic holding patterns associated with a lack of deep breathing, which is, it's all about that. If you're not breathing properly, you're not ingesting. You're locked up. You're tight, you're not passive and soft enough. Learning is is a yin, is a female, is a softening activity, right? You can't attack learning. You yield into learning. That's why people listen to classical music when they're learning. They've got to be in a quiet, soft, relaxed environment when they're learning. Do you notice? You can't attack, you can't go hard at learning. So deep breathing, stretching, using some of the bioenergetic warm-up routine that I've showed you, stretching on the bioenergetic stool, and stretching the root system of your body, your legs. Also, you might want to work up a little bit of a sweat. It doesn't require much. That same warm-up routine that I described, the bioenergetic warm-up routine, will work up a little bit of a sweat, but go for a brisk walk. Right? I'll give you the workout routine that you do right now. Forget about the fucking gym. Don't worry about that, because we exercise for different reasons. Okay, I know the majority of you guys are here because you want to look good in the beach, or you want to, deadlift 700 pounds to impress your friends or to get a trophy. That's cool, that's fine. That's your thing. You right now, it's to build your intelligence. And a lot of times, that's how we got to exercise, to support our ability to build our intelligence. So, here it is, daily for you. Wake up, go for a walk. Not very long, maybe 20 minutes. I guarantee you can get up 20 minutes earlier. If you're staying up late to study, then you're fucking it all up anyway. You need to be on your cycles. You need to follow the circadian rhythm. Get up early, a few minutes early, go for a walk. As you get in from your walk, so say 20 minutes. As you come in from your walk, you have 10 minutes. Choose either my charge and ground stretching routine that you've either already seen or will see, or my bioenergetic warm-up routine. And do that right afterwards. So this is the very first thing you're doing in the morning. At night, before you're about to close it all down, so that you can get into a deep, restful, anabolic state, do the same thing. Go for a walk, come back, and then do the charging and grounding. Probably that would be a better routine for you. The charging and grounding stretching routine. And that's it, dude. 40 minutes, split up over 2 halves of your day, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, are not only going to support you in feeling better, having a better mood, but it's going to support you in thinking better, having greater creativity, and the ability to reproduce when the time is necessary for you. Your intelligence is trapped down here, dude. There's so much brilliance down within this part of our body that we forgot about. That if you just open up, yield towards, and nourish, will support you in doing real well in your exams. So that's it, dude. Your life doesn't depend on these damn exams. It depends on movement. Peace. Yo, Elliot.